Hello again and welcome to this weekend market analysis for the 6th of November to the 10th of November 2017. I believe you are able to see my screen at your end and hear my voice loud and clear. We are actually going to be looking into the charts, especially with the long term frame, to see those potential trading opportunities that we'll be following for this upcoming trading week. Okay. Alright, as usual, if you are joining in for the very first time, do not hesitate to go to your settings tab, click on your video quality and make sure it is set to the 480 pixel. That is the highest that we can stream for now. Okay. Alright, let's now look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news events that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. Okay, this one here was news event for Friday. Okay, after the NFP, this particular news announcement for the American dollar, the ISM non-manufacturing PMI was released. That was better for the American dollar, and we saw the American dollar gaining some strength, especially the euro against the American dollar, pushing down due to this green number that was released later on after the NFP. Anyway, let's look into the news announcement for this upcoming trading week. Next week, let's see what we have. All right, this is the entire news arrangement for next week. We are also seeing that Canada and the USA will be joining in the daylight 7 time shift. Okay, so there will be time shift for those are two, the Canadian, the Canada and the USA. There will be a time shift on a Sunday. Okay. All right. Then we have all of these red numbers, red news items are to be observed by intraday traders. Long-term traders, you want to be careful with rate statements like the Reserve Bank of Australia rate statement, interest rate again from the Australian dollar. In fact, on Tuesday, November 7th, is going to be a very volatile day for the Australian dollar. Okay, interest rate for that currency will be announced, and so you should see some market action on the Australian dollar crosses. Okay. Right, President Draghi will be speaking again on Tuesday. That is it, coming from the EURUSD right here. In fact, Bank of Canada Central Bank Governor again will be speaking right here. Fed Chair Yellen will also be speaking, all coming on Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be more of a busy trading day. Then on Wednesday, we have our interest rate announcement coming from New Zealand. So New Zealand dollar should be seeing some price action there on Wednesday, the 8th of November, followed by the rate statement. Okay, those are all interest rate events. They are lined up right there for the New Zealand dollar. So on Wednesday, the 8th of November, you must be careful trading all New Zealand dollar crosses. Okay, because price will see some heavy market volatility. A Reserve Bank of Australia monetary policy statement scheduled for Friday, the 10th of November. Right there, that is another one that should spike the chart at any rate. We have bank holiday on Friday coming from America. This usually slows down everything once we have bank holiday coming from America. So the two currency crosses you need to really pay attention to that have interest rate announcement for this upcoming trading week are the Australian dollar, okay, and the New Zealand dollar. So all Australian dollar crosses, you must be careful for this week. All New Zealand dollar, you must be careful for this week as well, especially on their news, on those interest rate release days. That's on Tuesday and on Wednesday respectively. Okay, so all Australian dollar crosses are Australian dollar AUD okay, AUD USD. All right, all of those crosses, etc., etc. Same thing here, New Zealand dollar and NZD USD. All of New Zealand dollar crosses, you need to be careful with them. Okay. All right, so that is it. Let's now look into the charts and conduct our review. We have quite a lot of trading opportunities lined up for this upcoming trading week, so we will just hit them straight on, so I don't waste your time in these market reviews. But first, let's look into the euro against the American dollar, the weekly time frame. Let's try to analyze this pair very carefully in order to know which direction price is looking towards after the announcement of after the NFP was taken care of on Friday. So let's analyze what's going on here. In the weekly time frame, we had that nice run to the upside, and upon the exhaustion right there, we are seeing that little build up right there. Okay, many market analysts have called this a shoulder head shoulder pattern formation, with that top right there coming back down, another top right here back down, then another quite a smaller shoulder right there. So shoulder head shoulder pattern formation. Okay, that is the general outlook with most analysts of the market, and calling this area the neckline. Okay, so let's use our lines to draw that properly. Okay, but from the weekly time frame, if we want to draw levels that are quite significant in the weekly time frame, these are the possible levels that we will be keeping. This is an area. Okay, it's an area, so let's just use our tool to mark that. Let's mark that area. Let's use our shape tool to mark all of that area. All right, let me take it a bit far away from price. Okay, now let's come in a bit again. All right, so this is an area that has been acting as resistance. All right, even though we had some fake breakouts right here, but it was acting as resistance. So that's a heavy level of our former resistance, which may also act as a support. All right, that's one reason you should not be clicking on your sell button, because if you are clicking on your sell button here, you are effectively trading against this heavy level of a support. All right, you wouldn't want to do that. That is a heavy level of former resistance, which may now act as support. So that is it for the euro. Sorry, I am analyzing the euro against the American dollar. This is the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is a heavy level of former resistance, which may now act as support. That is one reason you should not go short against that level. Okay, all right, here there is no significant level to draw the weekly line. Okay, so everything you are seeing here is happening in the daily time frame. So let's go to the daily time frame to draw our key levels of support and resistance. All right, this is it. We have this low right here, this one right here, holding price right here. Let's draw that. Okay, all right, let's connect this low to this level. Okay, just a minute. Okay, right here, got it, keeping it right there. Let's also try to remember the shoulder head shoulder pattern formation we're talking about in the weekly time frame is scattered in the daily time frame. Okay, that was it. This is the neckline, that level right here. We got the breakout. Too much of hesitation around in there. Okay, now whenever you're trading this pattern and you are seeing that breakout, all right, that breakout right there, and you have too much of hesitation right here, you want to be extra careful. Okay, that hesitation could be a sign of exhaustion. Usually what you want to see is that breakout, 1 to 3 green candles pull back in the opposite direction. Right, in this case green candles pull back, then immediately price should come back down. But we are seeing some pullbacks right there, hesitation. Last week Friday price dropped again a little bit. You want to be very hesitant going short with this. Okay, you want to be very hesitant going short with that. Aside from that, we had already talked about this area here being a possible level of our heavy support. Okay, that area right there, price might drop down in, price might come back in from there on, bounce to the upside. Aside from that, we had already talked about this counter trend line. Let me try to draw this. I talked about this pattern, which could be the overall acceptable pattern here that many traders are not even paying attention to. All right, that's the pattern right here of the channel. Like I said, many traders are not paying attention to this. So that is it. You should be expecting price. This is my expectation. Price is likely to come down somewhere in here, finding support back up. This channel usually ends bullish. Okay, so our before we'll be thinking of going long, we want price to break above. Let me take this line. We want price to break above that neckline. Okay, that proposed neckline, which has been holding price. That's this one here. We want price to come above that level. Once price is able to close above that level, then we have the green light to begin to search for long opportunities in the euro against the American dollar. All right, this is of course the daily time frame. All right, so that is it. That is the trade plan. And to go short, we also need price to break below. Price should come below this area that could possibly act as a support. Okay, we want price to come below. So for now, the implication here is that we are not taking any trades within this junction of the chart. We need price to move away from this area of the chart for us to be able to trade the euro against the American dollar. Whatever is happening here is not good for the continuation formation. Even if you look into the weekly time frame, let me take out this. Okay, like I said, this overall pattern here does not belong to the weekly time frame. So whatever you are seeing here is not even a valid continuation formation, so we are not taking this. Okay, I have discussed this pair with Hector himself, and he told me, hey, we will be trading against a heavy level of support. So for that singular reason, we are not interested in this setup. Okay, so please wait for price to move out of this box, especially this area, before you want to begin to look for trading opportunities. All right, so that's it with the euro against the American dollar. Much time spent on this. Let's now move on to our other pairs where we actually have our setups for next week coming up. Let's analyze them one by one. Okay, all right, let's get going.